Finally today, our Black History legacy maker with Philly ties is Ray Rhodes. Ray Rhodes was a 10th round pick out of Tulsa as a cornerback. He played in the NFL for the Giants and the 49ers. After the 1981 season, he got into coaching with the 49ers, so he is part of the Bill Walsh, and then he went to Green Bay with Mike Holmgren, so he's part of both of those coaching trees. After helping the Niners win the Super Bowl as their defensive coordinator, Super Bowl 29, he was hired by the Eagles to be their next head coach, replacing Rich Kotite. It was Jeffrey Lurie's first hire as a head coach, first head coaching hire as the owner of the Eagles. And he, in the process, Ray Rhodes became the first black head coach in Eagles history. And he got the most out of his players. They were kind of a slightly above average team talent-wise, I guess you could say. A lot of aging stars from the Buddy Ryan days. But the first 2 years, he led them to 10-6 records, playoffs both years, got that playoff win against the Lions in the wild card round in 95. But ultimately, lack of having a quality NFL quarterback got to him. He ended up going 6-9-1 and then 3-13. If you remember, that was the who was the guy's name? He was supposed to be the was it Brad Gable? No, not Brad Gable. I forget the quarterback's name. It'll come to me. But ultimately, after that 3-13 season, he was fired as Eagles head coach. Did go 29-34-1, 1-2 in the playoffs. Known more for his motivating. Sometimes it was controversial, where he did a lot of yelling, screaming, challenging guys' manhood. I think ultimately he got the most he could out of those players. But thank you, Ray Rhodes, for some great memories. He was the head coach for 4th and 1. He was the head coach for the James Willis, Troy Vincent interception return in Dallas. He brought Troy Vincent here. I believe he also brought Hugh Douglas here too. Two key pieces for the Eagles during the Andy Reid era. I believe he also was really part of the reason they drafted Brian Dawkins as well. He brought Ricky Waters here from San Francisco. And obviously the high point was that playoff win where they threw up a 55 spot against the Lions down at the Vet. But most importantly, thank you, Ray, for breaking barriers and paving the way for future head coaches, a struggle that, quite frankly, still goes on in the NFL today. There's way more black head coaches now than there's ever been in the NFL, but it's still a struggle, and the fact that it's even a topic of conversation now is absolutely insane. But thanks to guys like Ray Rhodes, Tony Dungy, Art Shell for sort of paving the way for today's black head coaches. So Ray Rhodes, Eagles' first black head coach, is today's Black History legacy maker with Philadelphia ties.